Hi, and welcome to a special edition of Nostalgia Journey. This is Scott King. Today we are going to talk about a subject that has been going on for several years now, I should say closer to a decade, about the Disney Black Diamond Edition VHS tapes. Are they really as collectible as everyone on the internet is telling you they are? Or is it just one big scam? Now, to understand this, we have to look back at the Disney Black Diamond collection. It started in the 1980s, or specifically around the late 1980s, and continued on until the mid-1990s, or at least VHS tapes in that collection were sold until the mid-1990s in retail stores before they were replaced with the Masterpiece collection. And there were lots of Disney movies that were sold in this collection, countless ones. Now, also during this era, we have the infamous Disney Vault, which was created to be sort of a, well, more or less in simple terms, when a film was released by Disney, it would receive a limited VHS and Laserdisc release for a short period of time before it would essentially go into this Disney Vault. And what that basically meant was the film would no longer be released after a certain period of time. Usually it could be as short as 6 months and as long as 2 years in most cases. But once again, thanks to the internet and Disney Plus, that is no longer an issue in the modern era. Or if Disney Plus keeps it up at this rate, have you seen what they're doing? They are deleting certain content from their website. But we're not here to talk about Disney's woes with Disney Plus. We're here to talk about VHS tapes. Now, about a decade ago, this whole thing with the Disney Black Diamond collection being super valuable, allegedly, was started because of the sale of a copy, a sealed copy, mind you, a sealed copy of Beauty and the Beast, the Black Diamond collection Beauty and the Beast. And it sold for several $1,000s. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was an insane amount, and somebody actually paid for it, allegedly. After this happened, it created this big market for people suddenly flooding eBay and Amazon and other websites, Craigslist, you name it, whatever was popular around that time, with these Black Diamond VHS tapes at these ridiculous prices, these ridiculous exorbitant prices, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. People thought they suddenly had a gold mine. And what made it worse, within a year or two, or maybe a few years, I can't remember, the media got involved and started telling people that if you have these, you could be rich, essentially. Or you could be sitting on several $1,000s worth of these allegedly rare VHS tapes. Now, are they really worth that much? Or, if you've bought one, did you get scammed? And what I'm about to say, and it's controversial depending on who you ask, a lot of collectors who have probably paid these ridiculous prices are going to probably hate me. And they should blame themselves if they've gotten into this. And a lot of resellers are going to hate me because I'm about to expose their secret. Really not a secret. But to answer the question, are the Disney Black Diamond collection VHS tapes worth all of these large prices? And the answer is a big fat no. They literally mass-produced these tapes. Mass-produced them. And the prices that have been created, or I should say artificially created, is no different than what is going on in the toy or video game, or I should say the retro toy and retro video game market right now. They literally mass produce thousands of these things. And honestly, you have a few titles that, the ones that are hard to find, that go for $10 to $15, which if you really love these movies, $10 to $15, I mean, it's up to you, but you can literally go to any yard sale, any Goodwill, any thrift store for that matter, and pick up most of these VHS tapes, these Black Diamond VHS tapes, for under $2. So if you paid more than $15 for a single tape, you've been scammed. Now, I know there's some people out there that's saying, oh, you're wrong. Well, no, I'm not. I have been in the resale market for close to 2 decades now, and I know I've personally sold these myself. People buy them on the false pretense from these articles in the media, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. I think the biggest offender here is Fox News, because Fox News really pushed this article several years ago saying, oh, you could be a millionaire if you have these tapes or something like that. I forget exactly what it said, but yeah, Fox News, I'm looking at you. Not only have I been in the retail market, I have experience, like I said, 2 decades, of reselling basically nostalgia. But I'm also a major VHS collector, and any real VHS collector will know that, yeah, they're collectible. They could be worth, $10 to $15 a piece. Some titles, not all of them. Now, I will say one thing. Some of the sealed ones are worth money, but never, ever pay thousands for them. They might be worth, at most, I think on average, let me give you an example. Coming back to the Black Diamond Beauty and the Beast. I've had several copies of it over the years. And people have bought these tapes, cheap from me. I've sold them for like $1 a piece over the years. And they buy them on the false pretense that they think they're going to get rich and resell them on eBay, which most of them don't. It's a true fact. But people have bought them on the false pretense based on these articles and word of mouth that they're worth a lot of money. And honestly, since this whole trend started, I'm actually pretty sick of it. But I'm here to give you the truth, to give the consumers the truth about this whole market pretty much. And like I said, a lot of resellers are going to get mad. They're going to get mad because I just basically exposed the one thing that they've possibly been making money on and scamming people for several years. But I'm here to deliver the truth and tell you these things are mass-produced. There's easier ways to get your hands on these movies. It's not like they're going away. You can just as easily buy a DVD copy of them, or even a Blu-ray copy in some cases, for usually under $15, $20, or you could stream it for whatever Disney Plus is charging right now. I honestly don't remember. I know they just went up recently, but that's another thing. You could just as easily stream most of the titles on Disney Plus. Of course, here's another argument we come to. You say that the Disney Plus is censoring or editing your favorite movies, and the only way you can get them is on VHS. That is not true. You can actually buy the DVDs or Blu-rays of them, albeit older copies, and have the same amount of content than the VHS tapes. Just have it on a modern format with cleaned up picture and sound. And don't get me wrong, there are VHS collectors that are out there that say, I'd rather have the VHS copies of these and have a complete collection. But, and if you get mad and say, oh, well, you just made my collection worthless. Well, they mass-produced them, bud. I mean, they're not really I mean, there was literally millions of these copies floating around. And, I mean, there are a few exceptions. Like I said, Beauty and the Beast, sealed, we'll go back to that. I've had people buy them off of me. They go for, out in the wild, $100 sealed. Some of them less than that, depending on your area. The thing is, finding someone willing to pay, a couple $100 or $500 for one Black Diamond VHS tape, let alone a box full of them, is far and few between. So if you're collecting Disney VHS tapes, don't do it for the value, do it for the fun. That's like with me. I collect DVDs. I'm a big DVD collector. I don't collect them because they're worth money. I collect them because I enjoy having physical media. I enjoy watching these films on physical media. And I also do collect a hefty amount of VHS tapes. I collect horror mostly, which there's a similar thing going on with the horror VHS market right now. Now, I know what you're probably saying. You're probably saying, well, this whole video has been a rant. It kind of has, but it's for your own good. It's to make sure that you don't screw up and get scammed by the scammer by paying too much for your collectibles for the sake of nostalgia. I just want to protect you. I want to protect you from the people who are selling them for too much. I want to let you know there's better options out there. If you want to buy them, check your local Goodwill. Goodwill always has a crap ton of Disney VHS tapes. Of course, when I go to my local one, I see a lot of the Masterpiece collection, but there are quite a few Black Diamonds I come across. I actually have a complete collection of Black Diamond Disney VHS tapes, but they're just ones that I've picked up for, I don't know, at yard sales, $0.25, $1.99. But it didn't take me very long to build a complete collection. Honestly, just going to thrift stores and yard sales, I was able to acquire a complete collection within less than a year. And honestly, I think I paid maybe total less than $60 for a complete collection, just going out and finding them out in the wild instead of buying them online. So this video is more or less a cautionary tale to not only trust what the media says about things. Of course, a lot of you all probably know that by now. But just be smart when you're collecting retro stuff. Always double check. Never trust the media with anything when it comes to the collector's market, because the media doesn't know anything. The media knows dick about the collector's market. I'll tell you that for a fact. So if you pretty much skip this video to the very end to find out the answer, well, the short answer is no, they're not collectible. And you could probably tell that by the title. But if you did watch this to the very end, I'm glad you did. If you did watch it and, you watched it to the very end of this to hear me rant, let us know in the comments down below. I want you to say, I watched the video. And if you say you watched the video, we will include you. We'll throw out a little tribute to you in one of our future videos to let you know that you are appreciated and that we appreciate you for watching. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the other videos on this channel. We have so much content right now, years worth of content. You need to go back and watch it all. It's awesome. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.